What's up, ladies and gentlemen, tribe members and guests? I'm hanging out here in New York City, just hanging out on the boardwalk right outside the Ford Amphitheater. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit about healthcare, the healthcare crisis, right? And, they're talking about this new Trump care, and the CBO estimates it to be, a absolute healthcare disaster. How it's going to kick off 23 million people from their health insurance and all of this type of stuff, right? And what's happening is we're witnessing, and we've been witnessing, health insurance companies and big pharma cashing in on the bad karma and cashing in on the sickness of our society, right? Now, in Western society, and especially over here in the United States, we have a lot of bad habits. We have a lot of unhealthy habits, right? We're very self-indulgent, right? We like to party, we like to drink, we like to eat tons of unhealthy food, we like to lounge and relax. We don't like to work out, we don't like to be self-disciplined, right? And so all of these things, right, 100 cheeseburgers later and you have your first heart attack. You're pounding the bacon, the eggs, you're pouring syrup all over it, good, right? Enjoying yourself at IHOP. And then after a couple of years of doing that, then it's like, oh man, I'm morbidly obese, I got diabetes, my pancreas don't work no more. Right? I got PCOS, all this type of stuff. I work a self-deprecating job. I hate my job. I'm stressed out like crazy, so I stress eat, right? All this type of stuff. I didn't chase my passion. I didn't exercise self-discipline and really learn and discover who I am. So I'm just self-indulgent in order to combat the stress. And now I got hormone imbalances. Now I'm obese. I got PCOS. I got a thyroid issue. This and that, all this type of stuff, right? There's a lot of stuff that we're dealing with. Now, the way our society is set up is it's set up to funnel you into a system where you can then get price gouged and ripped off by greedy corporate companies, right? Now, like for instance, commercial foods and animal agriculture is designed to funnel us into the healthcare system. This is why the healthcare system does not prevent illness. They just treat illness, right? This is why if you are 200, 250, 300, 350 pounds, 400 plus, you can go to your doctor and your doctor will run a bunch of tests on you and your doctor will tell you, you're fine, you're healthy, all your tests came back regular, normal, right? Now, if you're obese, you're sick, right? Obesity is a form of sickness. It's not just, there's just more extra to love. Like, that's not how that works, right? Obesity is an illness. It's a dis-ease of the body. It's not a healthy condition. And the reason why you can be obese and your doctor tells you that you're healthy is because they can't really make a whole lot of money off of you yet. Because it's way cheaper to tell somebody to go eat a healthy diet. That's way cheaper than hooking the person on medication. See, the hooking the person on the medication, right? Getting them into the surgeries and all of that. That's where the real money is at. Right? So they basically say, no, all your tests came back normal. Come back to me when you're sick and you got some symptoms that I can treat and put you on some medication for. Right? So, we got greedy politicians in office and all of that type of stuff. And, they're trying to get paid. Look, they're bought off by big pharma and all of that type of stuff. So, of course, they're going to pass a healthcare bill that's going to be conducive to ripping you off and all of that type of stuff. Because if they invest stock in big pharma and all of that type of stuff, when big pharma and these greedy corporations, when they make more money, these politicians that invest stock in them and that get bribed by them, they make more money, right? And so it's this little club where they just make money off of all the sick poor people who complain about their health care costs, right? So we don't want expensive medical bills and whatnot, but we can't help but be self-indulgent as a society. And you got animal agriculture and commercial food, and they know this, right? They've conditioned you to say, "Oh, unhealthy food's fun, have a good time," right? So you get beer advertised to you. You get McDonald's advertised to you. Here's the most giant burger in the world. Hey, get some fries and a large Coca-Cola, a large Pepsi, right? Here's this beautiful steak and this fried chicken and biscuits and all that type of stuff. And these are the things that are constantly advertised to you. Liquor and bad food. You know what I mean? Like, I walk down the street in the city, and in the poorest neighborhoods, you see McDonald's, you see liquor stores, you see KFC, Chick-fil-A, all of this, right? All of this is advertised to you as a good time. How come they never advertise a whole food, plant-based diet to you? Hey, get these green peppers, red peppers, onions, garlic, mushrooms, right? Cauliflower, collard greens, Brussels sprouts. How come they don't advertise any of these foods for you? They're good for you, right? Grapefruit. How come grapefruit's not advertised to you? They had a Got Milk commercial. They didn't have a Got Fruit commercial. Why not? Because they make more money off of the unhealthy stuff, right? They make more money off of making you sick. That's why. That's why they're not going to advertise a healthy lifestyle to you. They're not going to, because they know that you're self-indulgent, you like the sugar and all of that type of stuff, and they know that if they could just hook you, like a drug addict, they could just hook you to these unhealthy foods. They can get you sick and funnel you right into the healthcare system. So it's a campaign going on. And they lead you right into the trap. So there's a way that we can take our power back, we can take our health back, we can exit out of the healthcare system. And we can protect our children, right? We can protect future generations from being funneled into the healthcare system, right? And what I mean by that is, you if you're a parent or you're pregnant or you're considering having children, what you eat directly influences your genetic makeup, right? Certain genes and whatnot get switched on. So if you eat garbage, you poison yourself on a consistent basis, and you get obese and have heart disease and all those type of sicknesses, and you have a child, guess what? Your child gets those illnesses. Your child gets that sickness. Your child gets those genes. So for you to treat yourself like that, for you to poison yourself like that and get obese and all of that type of stuff and flush your health down the toilet and then go and have a child is selfish. That's cruel. Right? So we don't want to do that. So, if you're not going to take care of your health for your own sake, at least do it for your child's sake, right? Because childhood obesity, childhood diabetes is ridiculous. That just don't make any sense. How can babies be born with like cancer and all type of stuff? How's that possible? So they're getting it from their parents, right? So for some of us, we have certain issues where we may need to take medication right now. We may need to do that right now, but for those of us, I'm talking about preventing this, right? And we can prevent this simply with a whole food, plant-based diet, right? Because now understand that most illness, well, pretty much all human illness stems from the gut, right? Which is your digestive tract, right? So what you eat, everything you put in your mouth is going to directly manifest itself into your health. So if you're eating greasy foods, high sugar, processed foods, high fructose corn syrup, right, bacon and all type of pork and steaks and double cheeseburgers and milkshakes and ice cream and all of that, that manifests itself into things like acne, childhood acne, excess estrogen and all of that. I've seen grown men with breasts, right? Let's keep it real. Grown men ain't getting out here. They don't have the low testosterone and the obesity and the breasts because they eating too much soy, right? Let's keep it real. You drinking beer, you're having dairy, you're grilling up steaks and pork chops and all type of stuff, and you know what? You're getting man breasts because of it. It's not because you just hooked on tofu. Let's be real here. But people eat all kind of stuff, and then when you tell them, try some tofu, they be like, nah, chill. That tells you something. You got to do your own research, right? You got to be smarter than this. You can't just continue to be getting suckered like that, right? So whole food, plant-based diet. So what do I mean by that? I mean things like, Don't be afraid to eat fruit and have people lying to you, telling you like, oh yeah, fruit is pure sugar. Come on, that's crazy, man. Fruit is loaded with antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, all the good stuff, fiber, all that type of stuff. You need that, right? Whole food, plant-based diet, which means that you should be consuming a whole food, that food in all of its parts, not a derivative of that food, right? So a good example of a whole food would be like corn versus corn syrup, right? You can have loads of corn. You can eat corn to your heart's content. Corn syrup, on the other hand, you don't really want to be doing that. That's going to lead to some serious illness, right? So whole foods, man. Grapefruits, bananas, apples, all kinds of berries, right? Avocado, all that good stuff, right? Brussels sprouts, artichokes, leeks, onions, peppers, garlic cloves, all types of potatoes, yams, right? Collard greens, the list goes on. All type of nuts, almonds, cashews, peanuts, walnuts, Brazil nuts, right? The list goes on. If you ate like that, come on now, that's the best tasting stuff in the world. Let me tell you something. You don't eat your meat raw. You season it. What do you think you season it with, right? You season it with plants. You season it with minerals from the ground. That's the only reason why you can eat meat and it tastes good. You wouldn't eat it if it wasn't seasoned. It'd be disgusting. Even if you cook it and didn't season it, you wouldn't like the taste of it. You don't like the taste of meat. You're not a carnivore. And we get fed this lie so that animal agriculture can make money, right? That's how animal agriculture, that's how they dominate you. So the same way they're holocausting the animals, they're holocausting you. It's just mass murder all over the place. And when you want to free yourself, you got to have some type of discipline, exercise some type of discipline to say, you know what? I'm not going to eat cruelty. I'm not going to participate in cruelty. And I'm not going to treat myself with cruelty. I'm not going to poison myself on a consistent basis and be cruel to myself and be cruel to the other living beings on this planet around me. I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to opt out. Right? So when you decide to stop participating in the consumption of poison, you opt out of that. You opt out of the funnel that leads you into the healthcare crisis, right? Because let me tell you something, a plant-based diet is extremely cheap. A whole foods diet is way cheaper than paying for medications and surgeries. Right? Let's just keep it real. I get clients, when they listen to me, man, you can reverse any illness. You got heart disease, I've gotten clients off their medications constantly. Any client been on medication. Heart disease medication, off. Diabetes, right? Off. Oh shit, my pancreas is working now. Right? It's amazing. Man, the joy that I've seen on these people's faces, why I'm so passionate about this. When people, within their first 4 weeks of training, when they drop like 2, 3, 4 inches off their waist, they're like, oh man, this whole food plant-based stuff is amazing. I feel great. I don't even have to drink coffee anymore. Because I wake up in the morning, I have my fruit, I feel amazing. I just pound the fruit. I feel great. Fruit, nuts, seeds, I feel amazing. My beans, lentils, all of that, my white rice, brown rice, load up on my greens, I feel amazing. You know what I'm saying? So, look, you got to treat food like medicine. Food is not just this recreational thing that you just partake in because you're hungry a little bit, you're a little bitish, right? Whole food is medicine. Food is the source of life, right? Death is not a source of life. The corpses of others is not a source of life, not for us. It's just not. We're not lions and tigers, right? We're human beings. We're supposed to be compassionate. We're supposed to be sentient, loving. We have the intellectual capacity to be better than this. We have the intellectual capacity to not poison ourselves, to not go and kill ourselves and kill each other and kill everything around us and destroy everything and get suckered and hoodwinked by greedy corporations. We're supposed to be better than this. And I believe we can be. I believe that we can get smart. We can opt out of this healthcare scam. We can opt out of animal agriculture, participating in cruelty. We can learn to be more spiritual, more compassionate. We can learn to be stronger. Right? And so, look, most people watching this video, they probably cut this thing off a long time ago when I started talking about plant-based and all of this type of stuff, right? The people who believe that they're just like lions and all of this type of stuff, and they want to say whatever they got to say in order to justify their bad behavior. But for those who want to make a change, for those who want to be healthy, if you want to be healthy and you respect yourself enough to be healthy, you believe that you have the capacity to exercise self-discipline, then get at me. Let me know. Leave a comment, right? Contact me. Reach out to me on social media, whatever. Let me know you hear me. Let me know that you ready to treat food like medicine. Let me know you ready to be a stronger version of yourself, a more compassionate version of yourself. You ready to stop poisoning yourself. You ready to stop being suckered. Right? Let me know. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.